and a lane 2 versus 2. They may just have so much confidence though. This lane, Double Lift and Afro, have been very outspoken about how much confidence they have in laning.
Yeah, never yell at each other.
Even with combos like this, like Vayne and Alistar. Just without starting a Dorans though, that is a lot of, you know, early dueling power that's going to be in the favor of Dignitas.
So no sweepers on the supports coming in through this game. And again, this line of scrimmage being set up always.
They're lining up bottom here. This is.
Yeah.
I want to keep an eye on the Double Lift Afro move early and see how they pull this off, because if they do get real far behind in CS, we've seen how Draven snowballs so well. I think that jungle pressure is going to be a huge thing in this bottom lane. So we'll have to keep an eye on the junglers as well. Maybe they'll both start topside and make their early moves down bottom. Link has spent a disproportionate amount of time in the bottom lane as opposed to the others. You know, a lot of times just waiting in the bush. On Elise, he's going to have to take action though and get them rolling early.
Ooh, Double Lift heading towards the top side here.
There's the swap-a-roni.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to get the swap. Draven versus Vayne, that's a pretty painful lane if they're able to get a good catch onto Double Lift, so they're playing it safe.
That's why I was kind of boggled by the start there. You're starting coin on a Vayne Alistar lane. Dangerous.
I think fans and CLG alike enjoy this Double Lift start on Vayne. We're going to see him try to carry into the late game.
He still has a smite. He didn't smite early, though,
right.
So he should be able to get it.
Getting a bit of that. Yes.
All right.
I was going to say he gets the resources in. Blue buff now onto Fiddlesticks, who does go for the Doran's Ring start.
I mean, if you're CLG, you have to try that strategy. It works.
If you break
once.
Fiddle.
Afro went in there and auto attack stole a blue buff. They won a game off of that. So even if the chance is low here, might as well try it again.
Yeah.
Crumbs might smite early like Dominate did in that game. Kiwi Kid wants to answer.
Kiwi Kid's really, yeah, he actually went Flay first as well. He wanted the extra damage.
What
He said, I've seen this before. Monkey see, monkey do.
Link instant flash right
He has
there.
the chance, though.
He
The
instant
smite
flash.
is coming up. Oh, he'll have it in time. Okay. It was down for a second.
The 2 vs 2 are losing it, though.
It is. Lincoln pushed out of this one. He's completely out of mana. Yen flashing over the wall. Amazing play by Day.
And it's at half-life. They can actually finish this one off because Link is already backed off. You know, he's got smite, but no vision in there.
Crumbs just
And no
waddles
flash.
over from the other side of the map. They're going to get another one.
All right, refresh that blue on Fiddle. Amazing start here. One of the weaknesses
Get out of here.
of
Get outta
Fiddle
here.
Jungle. They're going to have to Mad Life that sucker. Make him change targets.
I don't know if they can have it. It's good lifesteal going back onto Crumbs through that drain. Kiwi Kid is going back. They're actually getting the micro on this damage quite well. A little bit of movement coming in. That's only going to be maybe a ward placed by Hotshot, but I think this is going to be a level 1 Dragon.
The Dragon has lost its mind. It knows no Dignitas member to attack. They finally do take it out, but Cruiser... All right, let's give them their moment here. Dragon taken. The early Dragon, not worth that much. Cruiser has sacrificed minion waves at the turret, though.
Yeah, we have to look at those CS leads now. 20 CS to the 5 of Draven. That money is there, but it could be hard for them to come back if anything goes wrong.
And they're actually even sending more units top, more champions, excuse me. Link is going up there to help out with the turret taking. And Elise, one of the best junglers at taking turrets. I've said so many times, but the ranged champion form, she can use it as a champion there to defend it. And if there's no champion to defend it, she just pops Spider, gains that attack speed reset and attack speed buff from the Skittering Frenzy to take down the top turret. That has the extra 20 minus champion damage early here.
So CLG still trying to get the benefit out of the 2v1 push here. They're going very hard on it. It's played in favor of Dignitas as they were able to kind of sneak in and grab the blue buff away, but it looks like they do grab the top turret. And that map pressure, when Dignitas 2v1 swapped, they said that pressure is worth the swap.
Look at Crumbs here, though. He's hanging out on the bottom side jungle, and he's recalling by the Wraith, white. So he's not actually going to go for anything down bottom.
And he's going to go away. Yeah, he's just being a little bit of a nuisance to Link. He knows he gave him a hard time before, and the fact that Link is showing himself in top lane makes it safe.
So he recalls because secondary turrets do not have that same champion damage reduction. They need to get their defenses here.
This is greatly working in CLG's favor right now. Even you're going to have the fear and the silences, but there's not much to push them off this turret.
Exactly. As we said, Jungle Elise, really good at tower pressuring. Crumbs is on one of the few other ranged junglers, though, so Fiddlesticks can actually do a lot to help out Cruiser here.
Good bit of clear there. Really not drawing any aggression from the other lanes. We don't have Skara on 6, so this is a perfect time for CLG to be in dangerous positions.
And Nien is going to have to fend for himself down by that bottom turret. Going teleport with the Mundo, though, does mean that he can take some harass early to get extra minion waves cleared out, and then teleport back into lane to try and save the turrets.
Dig gets the turret in the bottom lane, and this 2v1 swap has really taken a lot of focus off of Hotshot, and I think that's going to be helping out.
Yeah, it's definitely helping Hotshot because he's crumbled under those early jungle ganks. With 2v1 swaps, junglers on the map the whole time.
Yeah.
So he's free to play the Xerath as he does in solo queue, which is exactly, well, it's pretty much all he knows since he's only had 2 weeks of competitive practice.
See what that 2 weeks poses for him. No backs in that mid lane just yet as they sit on Doran's.
Crumb's trying to lifesteal off the cannon minion there, and Cruiser says no.
Level 6 for Skara. I thought he might be
is
backing,
high.
but there's no low health bars really anywhere around except for his.
So being at half versus a post-level 6 Xerath is a dangerous, dangerous proposition. Everyone's talking about how inexperienced Hotshot is with this mid lane competitive. He's had plenty of solo queue on Xerath, though. After LeBlanc, that's the champion he moved right over to. So this is at least the champion he's mechanically proficient on, and something that you always have to worry about the long-range burst.
Really excited to see once they get out of somewhat of this laning phase that's been pushed back to the second-tier turret, how the AoE composition works here from Crumbs on Crowstorm, Karthus coming in with Scar's Defile. Could be pretty big if they get the right ultimates.
Yeah. Plus Box. Nice AoE there.
Yeah, you got Box too.
Even Draven. I'm a cutie pie can do his part as well.
And you got Dominus just in the whole bit.
There you go.
Be nice for him.
Call them all out there.
So Dignitas just biding their time until they can get that. We haven't seen any aggression coming from this cutie pie Kiwi Kid lane, and they do now have a chance to match up against Doublelift. We may see some kind of Requiem strategy to try and get a kill.
Yeah, it is surprising how low CS cutie pie is. Maybe this visualize everything as a turret has caused him to miss a few last hits there, because they were 2v1 versus a Mundo the whole time, and I don't really see a reason for missing them unless they were just trying to push it so fast that they missed some last hits.
See what they can do in this bottom lane. Completely freezing it. Nice stand aside double farm. Scar is going up for the Rod of Ages, so it'll take him a while to get where he wants.
Ooh, the Dragon. They did Dragon
yeah,
level
they did Dragon
1.
level
That's
1.
why. Because they took a lot of time. You know, it was a successful blue invade by them, but since they're getting all of these objectives, the blue buff and the Dragon, that's where the CS difference comes from. I got your back, Kiwi Pie. You guys didn't do so bad.
It was about 16-5 when they broke back into the lane, so he's kind of keeping it around there. They were kind of pushed out of that top lane very hard.
There, but there's a big wave here.
Ooh, that's the flash and the headbutt back, but they get a good push. Kiwi Kid comes in from the backside, and this is the Requiem strategy, trying to get the kill down, but they're able to turn it back. No, Kiwi Kid lives in this one. Crumbs gets the kill. The first blood going over to him. Now Cutie Pie gets a kill, but Nien turns it back around. It's 2v1 on Nien. Will he be able to get one more kill with the ultimate going off? It's not going to be enough. The double kill for Cutie Pie.
Adoration stacks cashing in there. Global damage coming in. Not only do we have the Requiem, but also the teleport from Mundo. So they try and use this giant minion wave here to do extra damage, but Crumbs was in position for the counter gank. And here come both globals, teleport and Requiem. Nien, though, not having actually as big of an impact as the Requiem did. The Requiem, even though Scar didn't join, did more damage than Nien did, even having to join the fight himself. And since Kiwi Kid was able to do such a good job staying alive at low health till the very end, they are able to get another kill.
And that, the kills, where they went onto Nien, so good. Oh, Nien gets stand aside. One more axe to the back.
Oh my goodness, I'm a Cutie Pie is so bloodthirsty. He almost wanted to get another one.
Oh, we see the Mundo grab. It's not really the one you want. They back off for now. That
Crumbs found another target.
Oh my word, Aframu not very tanky just yet, and he still actually isn't building any tank. Doesn't like to go for the Sightstone right away.
Yeah, that's a pretty squishy Alistar, but he's enough to make Dignitas think twice about this dragon because it's so early in the game here. Hotshot gets caught out.
Oh, he tries to throw down the ulti, but it's a little too late. He knew he was going down, so you want to get the most damage out that you can, and Nien was already in there in the miscommunication. He just came back up from being dead.
Dignitas CLG were trying to buy time for Link to get in the area because Elise is amazing at dragon stealing, but he got a little bit too close there with their the lack of mobility there definitely hurting him.
CLG kind of outplaying themselves there, getting themselves in a bad position. 6-1 already 11 minutes into the game and a 4,000 gold lead. Wow.
It's pretty big. Wow, what, interesting little try and steal on the white there. The rewards are big for that white.
Yeah.
He tried.
See what Link can produce. Probably going to get some wards down, keep the team safe. They got to kind of rally back up, get their vision back before they can make any moves because Dignitas is still waiting for that next step to be wrong. CLG's done it twice now.
They definitely need to get more ward coverage bottom side if that's where they're going to have double lift farming because Dignitas and every other team in North America know that double lift is the large carry that CLG count on, and they will focus their resources down there as we saw the globals and everything coming in. So if they want him to farm safely, they're going to need some defensive ward coverage in that area since the turret's already gone.
So with the way that CLG pushed in this top lane, making sure we're not engaging, it doesn't hurt them, obviously. It gives them money, but without being enough level or scaled into the game, it's almost like they can't go past that, and they've now hit a wall.
Not much of a wall there. I mean, the top lane being pushed so far means that they can see Renekton at all times, and there's no teleport there. So what it kind of does is keep Cruiser on that area, and so they then can use their 5 men to do sort of a power play somewhere else. They just have to not go back to that lane because Cruiser's sort of freezing it.
Right, that's already the map control.
Yeah, they need to redirect their resources somewhere else and answer with maybe mid-turret push or hard bottom control.
See if they can grab that control. Knowing that Cruiser is up top will be helpful. He's someone we definitely pointed out as an impact player for Dignitas. And with a 4K lead, really every lane is doing quite well for Dignitas. 111 to 104, so not too much of a discrepancy in mid, but Scar has found 4 kills without really 4 assists, I should say, without having to roam too much.
It's exactly how Karthus wants to play. Farm my lane, pick up some extra money with my Requiem. Assists are fine. If they're not kills, it doesn't really matter. All right, that's a big bully right there. It's Raven after 3 kills and a red buff. He's going to be able to just push double lift around right now. And Crumbs deciding to try and camp this area.
Crow Storm maybe.
Be a dangerous dive because Aframu can interrupt Crumbs, so his drain won't actually be able to help him sustain under the turret.
Backing off in the top lane, a little bit of a tussle back and forth as Scar makes himself present.
Wants to go for it so bad.
They could have got it on that minion. Would have got him. The turret goes down though. They grab 2-1 in favor of themselves, and it is going to be pretty much mirrored on either side of the map now with that top and bottom turret being down. If they can grab it, the gold lead stretches that much more. Right now they're doing a great job at guarding this second tier turret in top.
So Dig have been able to keep up the secondary turret because, you know, Karthus does have very safe long-range wave clear. They lost the blue buff, but Dignitas answered on the other side, and Dignitas got the turret.
Looks like they might get another turret unless Aframu can say anything about it.
Crumbs
he does finally have his sight
really
stone
wants to dive a turret here.
Well, he's been doing a great job.
Great ward.
They have to use the Fog of War as pretty much their initiation zone. Hot shot off to the side. He has to be careful. They're in great positions to be picked out here.
Well, Dignitas are in great positions to just continue the turret damage here. As you can see, PewDiePie got a large chunk of damage, even though Hotshot was on the outside, Aframu was on under the turret. He had the confidence that Hotshot would be so squishy if he came in, Aframu could actually knock him back. They got a large chunk out of that mid turret, and they're looking to continue the pressure here.
Yeah. We'll see how this could play in favor of CLG here. You can still take down a Draven pretty easily in a fight, which means those 3 kills, that damage is taken out. You still have a Vayne, so there's that possibility.
So the thing is with Draven, you have to burst him down because he's already got that Bloodthirster.
Yeah.
His lifesteal is insane, even mid-game, since he got his Adoration stacked in and he got that extra boost of money. So they're going to have some good bursts. It's going to probably be up to Hotshot and Link to kill him.
Quick hit.
Hotshot is actually a really good prospects of killing Cutie from a long range, or at least keeping him in place for Link to go for the assassination.
Doublelift is 138 to 114 in that lane, so he's kept himself up in farm in a good mental state as well to carry into the late game. His Bloodthirster charged up, that'll be quite helpful, but it looks like they won't get it back just yet. Seeing Dig, Cruiser, and Crumbs are waiting for a little bit of a rotation here, but I don't think Hotshot.
Neither Cruiser or
be
Crumbs have sweepers, so they are playing a bit of a dangerous game. They do not know for certain that they're not standing on wards. Just so happens that they aren't.
Oh, but they know what's happening, and if you play it beforehand, Link has to really just get his head around this one, figures out what's going on.
Ooh. Yeah, very quick reactions there from Link, though. He is able to get it out with the flash, and he instantly turns to spider form, too, just in case he had to repel. Aphromoo
going quite hard. Kiwi Kid takes quite a bit of damage. Cutie Pie's there. A few more shots on the double lift. The Requiem comes down 100 HP, and it's going to be the kill. Stand aside is going to be coming up in a few seconds for him. He throws down the rush, but it's not going to be enough to get in range.
Yeah, Aphromoo able to flash away, but he's still chasing.
He is actually just behind. He's got to be very careful.
Into 2.
Teleport coming in behind him. He's about to find a party. 3's a crowd. I don't even think Nien's going to get the assist here. And they are going to take down Cutie Pie before he gets to the party. Turret going down in mid, though.
That was a 500 gold kill there for Cutie Pie.
Always making it count, even if you're going down.
Yeah.
9 to 3. Let's watch that again, actually. Real aggressive by Aphromoo.
He was able to pop his ultimate, even though he took that turret shot there, though. And really, the Requiem coming in, CLG have to factor that into their calculations for these duels. Because even though you're getting a kill here, Cutie Pie, at this point, came out ahead because he also got the extra flash. Just so happened he chased really deep and went 1-for-1 with Link.
It gets harder when you don't fight against champions like Karthus, Shen, Pantheon. When you're constantly thinking of that window, you have a chance to fight in, because outside of that window, things get very scary.
Nice dragon movement here from CLG. They make the first call. They're going to be able to burst it down. They have to retreat very quickly, though.
Great damage. Kiwi Kid trying to put himself in good range for a box, maybe. That is actually down, so he won't be able to ult. Big damage onto Aphromoo. His ult is still down, and he will go down.
Aphromoo does save Doublelift's life right there, though. That's why I was talking about Alistar being the bodyguard type support. He does a great job of knocking back Dignitas and allowing the rest of his team to escape there. Noble sacrifice, Aphromoo.
Yeah, once you get the headbutt, you're pretty much putting yourself in the hot frying pan. He knows it, though. It's 0-2 and 3, so he's not doing too bad. They have the Talisman of Ascension actually finished, which is great for the Alistar initiation. Dignitas. I don't know if it's going to be too good against the Baroned up Dig, though.
Yeah, they are not wasting any time. I love the call here because Karthus' single target damage on Baron is insane, and they also have that Cutie Pie that we keep talking about.
Early bird gets the worm, 1854. Might be the earliest Baron we've seen this season.
It was definitely one of the cleanest.
Yeah.
You didn't have to see any of those smite games. Crumb's going in. Hotshot able to get out of the way, though.
Yeah, they're just bird watching now. Nothing to see here.
He's got flash, so he could have got a little bit closer, but once he saw double lift, he knew it was too good to
This is where Vayne really comes into play,
Oh,
especially when
not
you
double
don't when you don't have any champions to defend a turret. Vayne will crush it down. You can see mid being taken down now, but Dignitas is also trying to answer on the top side of the map.
4 men, and those 4 men are Baroned up here. So what they've done is call for Skara to stop the pushes here from CLG, since he can at least add some damage if the rest of the team gets caught. They're so far ahead right now that even a 4 vs 5 initiation from CLG would have its cost.
There are some scary costs, because they still have to consider that Skara finished that Rabadon's already, along with the Rod of Ages that is charging up, and there's not a whole lot of magic resistance on everyone. We see the Negatron Cloak coming into Link. and the Athene's Unholy Grail, but that Requiem is going to hurt right now.
Yeah, there's only 3 more minutes left on that Rod of Ages for charging, so it's almost at the full power here. And Skara has been biding his time. Now he's hit a huge power spike, and their team fighting ability just went through the roof. We've already seen how they can control the objectives. Now, it's up to them to start sieging in because they've taken everything. Dragon's up, Dragon's down, Baron's down, all the outer turrets are down.
And we have seen the fiddle in the jungle. Nintendo Dex did it last season. It was a little bit more of a tank fiddle, but Crumbs has been talking about damage junglers, and that's exactly what he's building on fiddles, damage. Yeah,
going heavy damage on fiddle, looking for the surprise factor there. And the aerial effect magic coupled with Karthus is going to be more than enough to get CLG into defensive maneuvers so that they won't be able to just focus him down.
I like this. Feels like a very old school Dignitas composition.
They're going back to their roots here, and they're looking to make it a 5-game winning streak. You know, they really went on a very similar path last season. Hotshot is in a very good spot. Very good spot.
That's exactly what they're looking for. That big range puts Scar down to 400 HP. The Requiem is going off, pretty much an initiation on this fight, and for good pressure on that turret. Almost combined with Cutie Pie's ultimate. That was great.
That was so much damage, though. It's going to be hard for them to defend the turret any further.
Crowstorm always got to flash in, but the damage is going to connect. Doublelift is forced to watch on the outside. There's no way a Vayne can run into this composition. It's being played so well by Dignitas. They're in the base at 21 minutes and shredding down inhibitors and the members of CLG.
Dignitas are just wrecking this game. It's only 21 minutes in, and they've taken the first inhibitor turret.
They're giving CLG a bit of their own medicine, like you said, but with the kills this time. They're being very methodical and racking up those kills along the way.
And who's the one actually getting the killing blows? None other than Cutie Pie. Once again, he's not just a Jinx player.
You gotta remember, Skara says, man, I hate it when Cutie Pie carries every game. But he's gonna start doing it a lot more. He's gotten his Jinx, didn't even have to use it this game. He gets Draven and produces like results.
He's definitely at the power spike, though. So if CLG can turtle it out to everyone having 6 items, then they'll even it out. But that was a good attempt here by CLG because Hotshot, like we said, he was in that little corner of the Fog of War. You pull out that long-range attempt. Link just barely surviving. Everyone's so low now. You can't even stay close to the turret at this point. Hotshot
just waiting. It's almost like they started and then everybody got set and then someone shot the gun off and everybody ran off the start.
Hook onto Doublelift, box up, able to get him out of the fight. It causes Afromu to go in too, so really that hook and box by Kiwi Kid counts as a kill on Afromu.
And you can see that fight, you know, we were able to watch the replay because the game has slowed down for CLG. Dig knows they can take their time right now and they're just slowly moving it in. There's no reason for them to try and push themselves into anything they can't do here, which is not a lot, actually.
It is only 23 minutes in, and the Dignitas have destroyed pretty much the entire map here. Getting the flash from Hotshot, it seems like he's a little antsy now after that last fiddle fear that got onto him. The whole team has to play really far back right now, and it's pretty much Dignitas' turn here to just roll right through the base.
Hotshot doing what he can in siege mode from the backside. Not too much ability power on him. He actually went haunting guys just after to try and get a little more penetration on these attacks from long range. Like we said, the last initiate was a good one right onto Skara. They can do this again. It's going to be big damage. Skara stays up. The Requiem just comes up as well. Skara flashes into the fight, trying to get more AoE damage. Cruiser not really in a good spot here, but the Requiem coming down from the death of Skara and Death Defy is huge for the team. CLG is dropping. Afromu is the last member left alive, and Dignitas will get an ace with only Skara going down. The Nexus turrets in their eyes.
Just beautiful play again from Dignitas. Early lead transformed into an early game over.
And they asked, would the streak continue for Dig? They are going to be able to continue it on. 50,000 to 34,000 in the end of the game. Just under 25 minutes as they waltz around the Nexus, enjoying the victory.
Rightly